Hi, my name is Ranjan Mujumdar. In this tutorial, I will explain some important features of CSS. Features of CSS are related with text property. So let us try to explain these features of CSS using an example. At first, I am opening the folder using CMD. I am opening command line interface using code. I am opening the Visual Studio Code Editor. This is the demo1.html page. This is the content within body. At first, I am using P. Okay. Font size 1.5 em. Save it. Opening the demo one, you can see the output here. Now, I am using first TextCS property. You can see by default the alignment of this text is left. Now I want to shift the entire text into middle center. Refresh it. You can see using text-align property, a developer can set the align as center. Here I am using right, saving it and refresh it. You can see the alignment is right. Now I am using another important property, that is text align last. You can see, suppose here I am copying this 3 line, copying it and pasting below this. Now I am saving it, and at first I am erasing text align last. So save it and refresh it. You can see by default the text align of this content is right. But if a developer wants to set the alignment of last line to left, then how can you do? In that case, you can use text align last colon left. If I save it and refresh it, you can see the output here. The alignment of entire content is right, but the alignment of last line is left. So a developer can show this type of output using two CSS property. First is text align for setting the alignment of entire content, and second is text align last for setting the alignment of the last line. The next property is text decoration. Text decoration, by default I am setting it underline. I am saving it and refresh the web page. You can see the underline below the line. If a developer wants to remove the underline, that means wants to remove the text decoration, in that case that developer should use none. Here you can see I have used none. So none is used to remove the text decoration, and underline. A developer can set any type of things, overline. If I save it and refresh it, you can see overline. And a developer can set here overline, solid, underline, line through, text decoration color. Text decoration color, I am setting here red. If I save it, you can see text decoration color. The next property is text decoration style. Text decoration style colon wavy. I think wavy should work here. If a developer use wavy in case of text decoration style, it will obviously work. Now the next property is text decoration thickness. Here I am using 2px. Okay, I am using 3px here, and here I am using another property, that is line height. That's mean line height is basically used to create the space between two lines. So here I am setting 0.5 em. At first, if I save it and refresh it, you can see, okay, here at first I am comment this section and setting 1.5 em. That means the distance between two lines is 1.5 em. Now you can see the distance between two lines has been increased. So to make the distance between two lines, a developer should use line height. Now I am using text decoration thickness. Here at first I am using 1px, saving it, you can see the thickness has been reduced. Now I am using 5px, save it and refresh it, you can see the thickness has been increased. The next property is text transform property. You can see this content is basically a mixture of lowercase and uppercase. Suppose the developer wants to convert the entire text into uppercase or lowercase. In that case, text transform property should be used, or a developer should use text transform property. Here at first I am trying to convert the entire text into uppercase. Here I am using uppercase. Saving it and refresh it, you can see the content has been converted into uppercase. By the same way, if a developer use lowercase, save it and refresh it, the entire content has been converted into lowercase. Capitalize. In case of capitalize, the first alphabet of a word will be converted into uppercase. You can see L is uppercase, is in uppercase, I is in uppercase, D is in uppercase. To move to the default value, I am again using none. So you can see the default value. The next property is text indent property. What is text indent? Before giving explanation of text indent, at first I am erasing the two property. First is text align last and text align right. If I save it and refresh the web page, you can see the by default alignment is left. So you can see there is no margin and padding of this content, of the entire content. Okay. Now, if a developer wants to make an indentation, that means the first line of a text will be shifted from left side. Now, at first I am using text indent colon 10px semicolon, save it and refresh it. You can see the first line has been moved, or first line has been shifted from left side. That means there is a gap between left of viewport and the text. If I use 50px here, save it, you can see the indentation is increasing. That means the gap between left viewport and the first letter has been increased. Here I am using 100px. So what is the meaning of indentation? Indentation only occurs on first line of a text. The next property is word spacing. A developer can increase the space between words of a text using word spacing. Here I am using 0.5 em. If I save it and refresh it, you can see the spaces between words has been increased. If I use here text decoration style, I am erasing text decoration style. I am setting thickness 3px. Here I am using word spacing 0.2 em. Now I am saving it. You can see word space between words has been decreased. Now if a developer use letter spacing colon 0.2 em, save it and refresh, the spaces between letters has been increased. Two types of property are used to create gap between word and to create gap between letter. These properties are word spacing and letter spacing. I have already used or already showed a property that is text align. Here a developer can use justify. Justify. What is justify? In case of left alignment, you can see the left margin of the content is equal, but the right margin of the content is not equal. If I change the text alignment with right, save it and refresh it, you can see the margin. In case of right alignment, the right margin of the content is equal, but the left margin is not equal. Now I am using at first I am using center. I am saving it and refresh it. You can see in case of center, both the margins are not equal. Margin left and margin right are not equal. But if I set here justify, that means content will try to justify it. You can see both the content, left margin and right margin, both are equal. So in case of left alignment, left margin is equal, but right is not. In case of right alignment, right margin is equal, left margin is not. In case of center, left margin and right margin both are unequal. And in case of justify, the content is trying to justify with itself. That means in that case, left margin and right margin both are equal. Here, if I remove the text indent from this place, now you can see the content is trying to justify with itself. In that case, left margin and right margin both are equal. That is the reason content is trying to make gaps between words as well as alphabet. Next property is text shadow. Here I am using text shadow colon 2px 2px. Here I have not used any color. I am simply using text shadow. Here you can see. So text shadow. Now I am using another property that is called blur effect. 2px is responsible for horizontal shadow and this 2p is responsible for vertical shadow. Here I am using another property. It is responsible for blur effect. If I save it and refresh it, you can see the blur effect. This means now the shadow effect has been blurred. Here I am using another property that is red. I am giving red shadow color. I think you will not understand. Here I am erasing this portion, text decoration color, underline, and saving it. You can see the shadow color has been changed. Here user can use another shadow color. That means a user can impose multiple shadow color in text shadow. Here I am using, suppose I am using 3px print. Now I'm saving it, refresh it. You can see the color has been changed.